So, finally, we're gonna catch a game on the Enclave server, or it's simply named Enclave, which is a quite new server, but it got a lot of nice plays on it.
We need commander.
I've played a couple of games, and I have to say that
Take it then.
there's a lot of
I can't, my English.
friendly players on this server, and it's quite enjoyable. It's a mixture of, you know, very experienced players and a lot of new players, but new players on this server all seem to be very eager to learn, and you know, they follow orders and all of that, so it's not as a big issue that it can be on some servers. So we're on Yehorivka Ras V4. And we'll just see how this will go. So I can see we have some NKLK and TSES, ENC as well, MBF, FIPS. I'm not that familiar with all of the clans playing on this server yet, because I'm quite new to this server as well. But I have to say, I have high hopes for the server and the community that they're trying to build. You should check out their Discord and read about it. I will put the link to the Discord in the description. Games are starting. Let's see. Looks like the Russians are going to try to head for lower. Used to see on this game is just a lot of heavy presence of vehicles, especially for the American side. Used to rush this with the strikers, try to do a fast rush towards maybe you know, West Yehorivka here
I'm
or
gonna
something.
cap this one. I'm gonna go for the next one. Thank you too.
And it's a very straight game here. You should go from Yehorivka here to lower. And oh, this heli could be in trouble, depending on where they're trying to put down. I like some aggressiveness. We see heli trying to go far south of Stepney. They probably know that Stepney's first cap. So let's take a look how that will go for them. They could actually try to stop the cap, or they're going to get wiped by that striker. Sometimes you just have to go for it. So we have a Logi for the Russians on lower Petrivka. Here in lower. Strike just outside with a BCR run up towards it. Look well for that BCR. They need some AT support. BCR will go down. Heli comes in behind it. Would you think that's the commander from... Oh, that's not. Just used to commander being a commander. That heli just survives. Both teams tried to do some aggressive plays here.
Squad 2 is yours.
US tried to get some aggressive towards lower Petrivka, and Russians tried to get something down towards West Stepney. We have Squad 3 from the Americans trying to gain some control north side of the playing field. Could be very important later on here, as this game's progress, when we have the caps lower pitch towards the Yehorivka upper.
Yeah,
You get the possibility to move around here and strike the Russians from behind. I like to own this area here. The swamp and this just south of lower. use this terrain to maneuver around the map quite efficiently. We do have the Tiger engaging the strike now, and that strike seems to be on the verge of going down, but they could actually shoot out the gunner of that Tiger. And the Mads are on fire now. Tiger goes down. Will they be able to save the striker? Both jumps out, getting the repairs out. I think they're good if no AT jumps up on him. They seem to be quite safe behind this building for now. Squad 3, we can see Squad 3 have a Logi up there on Upper Petrivka. It's going to try to contest this northern side. We have Eve out here as well. He's definitely heard that Logi. Squad 4, kind of far out of position right now. Do have a Logi that they can move in later on, try to get in behind, even if go west up maybe.
Squad 4, could you just place a radio where you are? I mean, it's not like the objective's going there, but I don't see you are doing anything good there.
I'm waiting for the game to develop, so I know where the front line is.
Alright, perfect.
Radio here should be out of position, to be honest.
So just waiting to get a note to see where the caps will show up and then make his play. Nice, I see Squad 4 bring up back by striking, going to try to get a fob down here south of Lower. And like I said, that is a great area to control.
Yehorivka. Okay, you done it.
To see some bit of coordination here. Have the vehicles helping that Logi squad, or the infantry squad with the Logi to set up. Wonder if Torxen here and Kuriz, if they could hear the vehicles. I think they have heard something. They're turning up towards the north. Or south, sorry. Yeah, definitely heard that striker. See if Torxen here can do some hero play. Maybe actually stop them from building the hab. Hab's been placed, he should have eyes on it. This opens up. Takes Yamet down. He takes down Jane and Gamba. He takes down Necroni as well. Curzon and Torxen really putting in work here. And this is great for their team. At least they're slowing the American hab from being built down considerably, and that could really buy this team the time to start sending down reinforcements to deal with this before it becomes an issue.
Squad 4 is moving and setting up FOB on the south side.
And meanwhile, while this southern battle is developing, we also have the FOB from the Russians coming up in Upper Petrivka and a few guys from the Americans trying to deal with it right now. So, Torxen and Kuraz really did great here. Took out almost everyone. Stopped them from digging up the hab. Torxen just laying there holding the hab, making sure no one can build it. Soro takes one to the leg, I guess, or something like that. Kuraz making his play, coming up from the flank. Takes down Zoro, but he gets hit from the Zogs. Monkey Gaming.
Enemy building a hab south of Lower Petri.
There comes the call. Striker is going to help them out. Wonder if that's Torxen still hiding.
Talker gets so turned on, man.
I know.
Even though it might be difficult to find the radio, but they have definitely stopped Americans from building that hab. Let's take a look here on the northern front. Nove holding the west. 64 and Clown Boy trying to move around out on the east side. FOB location, at least from the west side, if the enemy's coming from the west. See who will win this fight in the bush. I think Rain have definitely heard Clown Boy and is just trying to find him. I think he ducks down just in time. .64 might get snuck upon by Rain.
Yeah, I can hear you, yeah.
64 shoots. Oh, that's bad. Oh, the timing. If he would have held fire for maybe just 2 seconds, I bet that the one who killed me, Rain, would have started patching and 64 would have taken him out instead. Evie coming in from the west side here, making his move. They have marked the hab on their map. They know the hab is inside that barn. Very common place on Upper Pechivka to place the hab. And I doubt that the Russians will be able to keep this hab up. If the Americans just make this push now, backed up by the striker, they should take this out.
They suck the fucking hab. Addict.
I don't know why they're waiting. They have a guy inside. They should tell them that this is the time to make the move. They should just get in with one guy, block it by proximity, and no one can spawn in it. That's it.
Squad 10, there's enemies on the friendly radio. just in
Someone
front
needs
of
to
you.
make the move and back
Squad
up
4
easier.
is throwing enemy radio on my position.
Wilson trying now. He's taking fire from somewhere. Kulu maybe? Some of these guys. There we go. Hab should be blocked.
This will not be enough people on defense.
At the same time as they're losing their fob, the Russians on the north side, they're dealing and just mopping up the last resistance here on the south side of Loa. This whole thing started with just Curse and Torox, something like that. Don't remember, sorry. That stopped a full squad almost from building a hab down here. Torxen, there he is. NKLK Torxen. However, he kind of flank on the south side, going towards towards Yehorivka, I guess. And they stumble on a American fob on the way. Ellie comes in, might be placing their own fob, yeah, they are placing their own fob here south of Boat Camp. But the Americans do have a fob on what actually is Lower Pechivka. It's weird, why is I wonder with this
I can't
cap
believe Squad 3 is still alive.
is called Lower Pechivka when it's that's Lower Pechivka, and this usually is called something else. Actually, the Russians might be able to save this fob here. I don't know what happened with the rest of the Americans up here on Upper Pechivka. We have Panda and Luki holding their own on the hills. But
Squad 5.
Pulsam and
Please attack enemy hub.
Evie needed their help on the fob. So this fob will be saved for the Russians. Well done. It's a nice
Squad
response.
5. Attack enemy hub.
Now we have a quite big push coming towards Lower Pechivka now for the Americans. Only Skobo, Becky's
We will be overrun on
user
defense.
engineer holding it now, and they're calling out that they need
I
help.
only need people to spawn on that hub.
But we have a lot of Russians now coming up from this southern forest that could support them on Lower Pechivka. So both teams are kind of doing the same thing. We have a flank fob for the Americans far west. They're kind of working behind them, trying to clear out the fobs. The backup fob for the Russian team, and the same thing that the Russians are doing. They have flank fobs working now from the far flanks. They have actually got a
Hab's coming up, guys.
really nice offensive fob towards Yehorivka here, just north of Stepne. Squad 4 and 3 are going to pummel inside to Yehorivka, and I doubt that the Americans will be able to defend this push that's going to come here. They need to get early warning that someone's coming. Maybe Ryan can spot these guys coming up here. That could be an early call for the Americans that they will ask for backup. They do have a fob, but hab will be blocked. No one's actually making sure that the hab is clear. That's always a good thing when you're on defense and you have the hab on the cap. Make sure that you have 1 or 2 guys watching the hab so the enemies can't just run up on it like this. Because now you have no time to ask for backup and no chance for any other squad to spawn and help you out. So as long as the Russians can hold lower enough, they will get Yehorivka.
Be on my position.
So many people digging at the same time. Only need one guy to dig and the rest to cover, really. Oh, but Rainbow comes up and saves the rest of these guys, but Rain gets to pay the price.
Negative, we got the FOB. Keep fighting.
Copy, good shit, man.
And yeah, I cannot pronounce this name, but he's the last one of the Americans.
We're gonna get overrun soon on Petrivka. They're pushing in hard.
It will be double neutral at least.
10 will come and
Try to
help
hold it.
Yehorivka.
Well, we don't have anywhere to
Hey,
stop.
Blue, push to me. I'm gonna move further east with my squad.
Now, question is, if the Russians can hold this cap
Radio down close to lower Petrivka.
for 2 minutes,
Trying to keep it.
stop the Americans from capping for just 2 minutes, that will give them a sure full cap on Yehorivka upper. So they need people to spawn, and this is the time where there's no need for you to lay and wait for medic. You see that almost everyone is dead, and all you need to do is to make sure the enemies don't block your fob. So just give up and respawn. It's worth the tickets to make sure that you get the cap. If just Fipsy would have pushed up closer to the hand, it would have been blocked for a while.
10% till neutral in Yehorivka.
But I think they will actually manage to do this. There's not enough Americans close by to contest the capture on Lower Petrivka, so Yehorivka will get neutralized, and there will be no way for the Russians to get a double neutral unless they stop the cap on Yehorivka, and I don't see them doing that. The closest fob for the Americans are this one up here.
Yeah, it's fine.
There is another striker coming in on
Squad
Yehorivka
4,
upper.
they're capping back. I need people in the cap. I need people in Yehorivka.
No, everyone left the cap, that's why they're not capping anymore. As you can see, this red square, the red lines, it indicates the cap radius. You need 3 guys inside this cap if there's no enemies. So you need 3 more inside cap radius than the enemy team to cap. If they're trying to get some supplies
Squad
down,
4, do you have a lad for that heavy?
to maybe build another hab, but hab is not fully dug down, so I don't really know what they're trying to do. Let's see if they have anything going. They need to get another fob up somewhere close to Yehorivka. Oh, that's the Logi right below me when I'm Cropper and Julutin. This is a nice response here from these guys. They react quickly and understand that they need to get a new fob up to contest Yehorivka. And lower is safe now. I think it's just the fact that the Americans feeling the pressure on Yehorivka and towards Stepney now, so they need to spawn to make sure Stepney don't get rolled as well. Stabilize here on Stepney. They could try to do a counter push towards upper from this fob that's coming up right now. If there's no enemies in the cap, really there's no need for you to have this many. You should get into like, spread out around the cap to see where the enemies are coming from. So Russians should get a few guys up in this fort.
Start moving from lower Petrivka.
And a few guys down to cover this east side, which is a very common place for fobs being placed and rallies to push Yehorivka upper. Hope that admin won't kick me. Did another service where sometimes it has been misunderstandings between admins,
12, 10, 5,
especially
1.
the first
Try
couple
and get
times
to
when I
an
record
active
on the
objective.
service when the admins don't know me really.
I'd heli pick up.
Back is enemy
Have chat
north.
activated, they already talking to me.
Roger.
Yehorivka upper have been fully capped for the Russians, and they do have this fob that you can start hitting it from West Step now. There's a possibility as long as they...
We're gonna lose the current one.
I was about to say, as long as they keep this one up, they could try to maintain like the focus here and then sneak in from behind, take down the American fob, but they're losing this one. But the focus for the Americans will still be, the focus on the Americans on the step, they will still be pushing north most likely. Let's see if they have the discipline to understand that they should have at least a few guys covering the flank. Maybe just 1 or 2 on the roof somewhere.
The radio on Yehorivka's in bleed. We're gonna need a new radio. Try to get some.
Hab is fully gone. Not enough supplies to place a second one, and the radio has already been found by the Americans. So this cap could turn now back to the Americans. They have a fob that they are going to push into the cap.
Defense.
There's no fob for the Russians to supply it. This is a bit far away, that's why I like to place a fob somewhere in this area as well. This is a good way to get into
Just
Yehorivka.
hover over squad 3 so you can place a new one.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's see if this heli survives. Strikers coming in.
Yeah, we might use an Anivka, guys. We need a fob.
The tail rotor is gone.
Heli, just pick us from
5-1-10.
there.
Please play the active objective.
Heli survives the crash. Nice for them. They could actually get a fob down here. Racer in a great position to deal with the pilot. Oh, he's bipoded. Comes the commander and greedy. And this is always a opportunity in games when you getting a good counter push and you're getting back the cap that you just lost. The enemies are most likely out of position to defend the former cap. So if you just get a fob quickly towards the next objective, actually just send a few guys there early, you might even take down the fob the enemies have and place your own, and that you get 2 caps for 1. But there's a Russian team here today made sure that they have at least a few guys defending it
On lower.
until they were sure that they were in control of Yehorivka, and that was the right call, as you can see now.
Copy. Healy, just west of lower.
I like this.
Enemy
This
later
logi that they're
destroyed
coming in
south
here.
of upper.
Need to be careful though. I don't want to be spotted by anyone that could tell them that they have a logi and a fob being built up here. I am a bit laggy, I feel. I don't know why. Don't think you can see it that much at least. I can just feel it by the way the controls are responding.
I got a logi here, guys. If you need some supplies in Yehorivka, just clear area, and my logi will get there to drop a fob. Never mind, my logi is down.
So with this fob coming up here, there's a opportunity for the Americans to get really heavy pressure towards lower. And depending on what the Russians are doing, if they're trying to keep pushing for Yehorivka from too far away,
We need that vehicle alive all the time.
they will most likely lose lower Petrivka. They don't have a good way to spawn. It's too far to run from here. So they need to reset. They need to make sure they don't lose lower, and they need to get another attack going from somewhere else. Oh, so looks like Squad 7 is working on something here. They just hit a mine. They survived it though. Luckily. For Archdemon, but Skies, he didn't survive. Like the striker might actually spotted there. Yeah, they have located this fob. They will stop the Americans from getting a fob down on Petrivka, West Petrivka. Oh, this is nice. This is a good game. This is a good game.
Squad 4 is falling back. We are out of ammo and bandages.
Copy, Squad 4.
Important that they get away with the
We're gonna
logi.
lose tickets like that, boys. We need at least attack fob first, then attack.
Was it worth the risk?
Or
It could have
either let's
succeeded.
down defensively.
At least it didn't lose the logi, so they could
We
still
also need the ammo,
use it.
guys, on the FOB, yeah?
Yeah.
This fob, for me, I'm just thinking out loud that it's kind of blocking a bit for me. They could have placed the radio like down here somewhere, have still in the same position. And then they could have pushed from this fob, cleared out bog camp, and then moved the logi and placed another fob in this area to make a push for Yehorivka. But now they kind of have to push the logi all the way up close here to get another fob down from the south side. As always, I mean, there's opportunity to get a fob down over here. This northwest forest is quite well suited for attacking the cap.
Enemy logi destroyed.
It looks like, or the Russians have secured Lower Petrivka. But they have an infiltrator. Matty. Let's see what he can do. Oh, he keeps his cool. I think you're gonna have to take the shot on Headwind Hat there. Yeah, there's great views here. They shoot through the fence in towards the camp. Oh, will Nair hear it? No, he didn't hear it. He didn't hear it. Will he pull out the frag? He's holding the angle. Nair managed to slip by. Oh, there's an ammo crate right there. Engineer stands in the crosshair. Oh, nice day by Beam. I actually thought that Maddie would have had that. Seemed to be aware of him coming there. As we can see, Russians in full control of Lower Petrovka, and the Americans in full control of Yehorivka. Only Nova in there. I can't do anything really. What else is going on? This is where the teams need to make some plays. Guessing that a few of these guys will kind of clear out this area again, trying to re-establish a fob somewhere over here to push lower. I think Heli's out scouting maybe. And for the Russians, I don't really see anything going on right now. They have a few guys pushing, trying to take out the phobia on West Stepnet, let's see. And there's Torkson, the one who almost single-handedly stopped a full squad from building a fob before. Maybe he can do something else over here. There's two of them, so they could just block the hab by proxying it. And then let the American defenders try to hunt them down. Oh, but Toomey gets caught in the crossfire. Now Torkson alone. It's going to be difficult for him. He's well concealed here in the bush right here. If he just plays it cool. Oh, bad timing. Unlucky. No, I actually might find the radio over here. He will continue on the wrong side of the road. Right, we do have a fob coming up down here for the Americans. It seems like they have been spotted already. We have a striker and 640. They're close by to where they're placing the hab.
Hab on to observe.
Now losing the southern one, they have
Nice
the Russians
spot.
as well.
That's good, thank you.
I'm gonna try to get a more accurate one. Hold on.
Copy, we'll go and check it out.
That's it. Striker coming up towards that BTR. BTR already have taken some damage from the ATs. The striker should be coming up and finishing it off. Oh, there goes the striker. I mean the BTR. I mean, the Russians are doing a good job. They're pushing out from the cap. They don't want to get trapped inside there, so they're doing a counter push here towards the incoming enemies, which is always a good thing to do. I'm wondering if they are planning to go play defensively,
Squad 4 got contact east of me.
or just that they have difficulties getting a hold of lodges to make anything offensive going right now. There's definitely an opening for the Americans to get another fob down somewhere in this area. In north, there's not much control here for the Russians, and they have their whole team almost is spawning in here. They need to spread out a bit.
Guys, they're pushing us from the
We have
southeast
Tovarishchi up
hard,
here.
southeast of lower.
Then we'll try to flank them.
Tovarishchi, oh my. So we can see the pressure now is building
if you want to shred it.
towards Lower Petrovka, and
Yeah, copy. But
Americans
5
should
minutes
use
for
this
any- for
time
the
to try to
first,
get a
airstrike.
second fob.
Gotcha.
Usually when you push a cap and you get this response from the enemies that they're pushing towards your direct line
Copy. I
or
need
your
a squad,
direct
maybe squad
approach,
10 can deal with that hab.
that's when you need to switch it up. So you have a few guys pushing from one direction, enemies meeting you head on. You need to lure the enemies out of the cap, set up a second fob, so enemies are leaving the cap to this side and you're then pushing it from another side. Something like that. I don't know, I can't really speak properly today. I call it that you build as a decoy fob. You just place a fob, you do some noise, you make the enemies push towards it, and then you leave a few guys just to slow down the enemies push towards it, and you push from another direction. And then you can get in on the cap behind enemies, take down their fob on the cap. They will get your fob outside, but you will still have one fob close by. You will be on the cap defending it, so they have to attack their own cap, kinda, and they don't have a fob to spawn on. So usually you come out on top on that engagement. And beam making progress towards the American hab here. There's a lot of Americans in the way, but if they could make it there, they could proxy it and just keep it proxy long enough for the rest of the team to push up. Team is collecting trophies right now, getting support by the guys in the building on lower that keeps pressing these guys a bit. He just needs one or two guys with him. They could proxy it from over there. Kulu can come down here. Be moving around. It's like Beam running to Grimbo. He goes down, unfortunately. Alley wiped. Let's see what's going on.
Artillery coming in.
Things have slowed down now.
Artillery's coming in on defense.
This
beware.
fob is being pressured enough. When these guys move up, if they actually take a wider approach from the south side, they would definitely encircle this hab. But it would be more difficult for them if they keep moving head on and run straight in towards the enemies. The Americans are down to 6 to 8 tickets. It's not that big of a difference when it comes to kills. It's quite even as well. It's been a very balanced, even game, which is always enjoyable. Both for the players and for myself. Oh, but the RG. Wow, did they take them all out? All of these guys? Let's see, who's the commander here for the Americans? 16 downs now. Let's see when all of these guys give up. Or when they bleed out.
One minute on the airstrike.
I mean, they do know about this hab. They could just get mortar down somewhere and just mortar it down. Finally, we have a Logi, but there's only one guy in it. So don't know if he will be going and trying to mine the road over here. He's a combat engineer. Or if he's gonna try to link up with squad lead 7 over here. the need to see the timing. Timing is everything. Makes it. Don't think they have been spotted by anyone. Now Black Dust just needs to make his way in there to get a fob down. Americans are running out of time. They're down to 48 tickets.
Okay, I'm gonna airstrike that hub.
Right now, it's not looking like they're going to get a big enough push.
Heli just confirmed the kill after the airstrike.
Just keep running into the enemies head on. Both teams right now. Into the meat grinder. To watch my ping. Oh, beautiful airstrike. Hab's not fully down, I think. It's down to 6, so it's gonna be dug back up. Keisaritu Omas. I guess that's Finnish players.
That hab. It's destroyed, squad 1, but it's still up. They might get a shovel and pick it up.
And that's exactly what's happening.
They're building the back up the hub, guys. They're building back up the hub.
Oh, and something is going on here.
He's trying to build an FOB on Petrovka outskirts.
Oh no, Black Dust and Maddie, they've been spotted. And they have been killed. Unlucky for the Americans, because that could have been the play. If they could have managed to get a push from over here. Get control of West Petrovka and then push into lower. While all the Russians were pushing out to the southeast, east. I think that's it. That's what's the last.
Game on defense, guys. We're getting low on tickets.
The last opportunity for the Americans. 24 tickets now, so they will not have the tickets to push and take the cap, unless, I don't know, something really weird happens. So Striker gets head on towards the BTR. AT's trying to support the BTR, I think, but I missed. BTR will go down. Now, question is, how long will the Striker survive? Be the AT's loading. If he get injured here, he should be screwed. Oh, nice hit by screen. Hats coming in from everywhere now. I mean, lats and hats.
We're getting flanked from the west down lower, guys. I need a full squad on me.
What? Oh, they did a hot drop with a MRAP. Let's see if this Striker survives.
Defense, people.
See if Bait can take out this Striker. One ticket left, and there we go.
Well done,